I wanted to do a little video about the new Ryobi super batteries. They came out with the Edge batteries since the last time I purchased any. I purchased this 20-inch brushless mower which holds two 40-volt batteries, and it came with these 5 amp hour batteries. Well, after a couple years of using them, I used to be able to do my entire yard using those two batteries, and that was with or without using the self-propel function of the mower. However, this started getting a decreased battery capacity, and over time now I can only get about half of my yard mowed with it, and there's no edging, there's no blowing, there's nothing. So I decided to get a new battery, and my choice was between the Ryobi 5-hour standard battery or this new Edge battery, and it says that it has more power and longer runtime, even though it's only a 4 amp hour battery. It's considerably lighter when you feel the two. I'm not going to weigh them, but you definitely will notice it. And we're going to check it out and see how it works. Now, the first thing I've already noticed, even though it does fit into this mower, the lid doesn't close all the way because it's taller. I don't know if that's going to make that much difference, but we're going to see what we can get done with it. Here's a view of it. It looks like if you put both batteries in. See, there's a gap big enough to stick my fingers into, as opposed to it closing all the way down like it did with the other batteries. Back from mowing, and the original battery that I put in is that 1 bar. Didn't even have to use the second one. I mowed on the next to highest setting of the mower. It's about 85 degrees outside. The yard was in its normal condition. I used the self-propel feature for the entire yard. Also, we'll check the temperature of the battery, 95 degrees. Just for reference, here's a cold one, unused, it's 90 degrees. I'll place it in the charger, and right away it starts charging. If I had put one of the old ones in before, where they were considerably warmer, the red light would be blinking and it would not start charging until it cooled enough to charge. It's probably going to take about 4 hours for this battery to reach a full charge. I've tested this in all of my other Ryobi 40-volt equipment, and it fits fine in the others because there's a completely open end. I have a dual string trimmer, a high-powered blower, a hedge trimmer, and a chainsaw. It works fine in all of them, no problems, has enough power to do everything I want to do, and lasts a lot longer than the old batteries. I did also want to mention that I didn't do any string trimming or blowing with this. I just did my back and side yard, which is what needed the most mowing, and was able to get that much done on one battery. I'm sure if I wanted to do blowing, trimming, edging, all the other things, and the rest of the small parts of my yard, I could have easily accomplished it with the rest of the battery that I hadn't used, and probably would not have used up all of the second battery. So far, I'd say they're worth it, at least along the range of it did a better job than my old batteries, even when they were new, because I could not have done an entire yard, or at least my backyard, with one of the original batteries. It always took 2 of them. They were pretty expensive, and I know you can get a lot cheaper ones that are knockoffs from Amazon or other places, and I don't really know if you want to have a stack of those and keep changing them out, or just have 2 high quality batteries. We'll see how long they last.